Trey Johnson early, not allowing him to settle in, getting his shot as I'm silenced.
Kept in the game for Ohio State. Buckeyes turn it over. Johnson in the transition with the fluidity to his game. So smooth. Up the floor, Larry Johnson transition three, and he buries it. Longhorns, number 19 team in the country. Larry gets it to Johnson. He'll fire and buries another three. 7-point lead over number 19 Texas. Trey Johnson, deep shot. Johnson sets the table for Parrish. Shot clock at 2. Look at Johnson, clean strip.
8 on the shot clock for the freshman Johnson. Crossover, pulls up for the elbow. Yes, silky smooth. 20 on the shot clock, 23 to go in the half. Trey Johnson off the inbound. It is certainly high, but if Kaluma can get better even on the defensive end, he will be a tremendous two-way. Confident as well for such a young man.
Yeah, there's some shooters that are born shooters.
When Loyola of Chicago was in the Final Four.
That was Porter Mosier as their head coach. He's not a head coach at Oklahoma. Texas breaks the pressure. Trey Johnson's first shot. Bingo for 3. Troy McCoy Jr., freshman, guards fellow freshman Trey Johnson. Pulls up from the elbow. He's 2 for 2.
You know, that's a guard.
Allen misfires. Again, Texas on the run. Again, an open shot. Johnson for 3.
Now, that youngster is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Great athlete, great shooter, great defender.
Long 3, Johnson. Yes!
It's Stredick leading the way for NBSU with 10 points of his own. Johnson, power dribble off the glass, gets it to go. And the rebound out to Julian Larry. Trey Johnson with the triple.
Offensively for what he needs to do for the Orangemen.
Well, 6'4" Sterling just got burned by the 6'6" Johnson there, a quarter 3. Transfer from UTEP was giving them some great performances early. The spin from Johnson into Lampkin and finishes strong.
Oh my.
And Weaver with a terrific contest.
Weaver almost daring Simpson to try to finish over the top of him.
Johnson again.
Oh man. Simpson is fighting him like crazy to stay over the top, and they are giving a variety of looks. That's just a tough shot.
St. Joe's turnover. Johnson, a rare clean look.
How impressive is Kendall Weaver? His sense of urgency and quickness to close out makes him super special on the defensive end.
And then Johnson's into double figures.
Let's get into the set. Let's utilize some time on the clock.
Johnson against Haskins. Got the redshirt freshman on him. Shimmy, shake, and the bank. Largest lead for the Longhorns. Instead, Larry, Shedrick, now Johnson. It's his moment. It's his shot.
Like I said.
And I didn't know that he was this much of a willing passer because of that.
Kaluma's had a couple of stops creating in Kansas State. Texas push. What a jam.
Oh, my
Trey
goodness.
Johnson. SEC won the first 9 games before Clemson pulled off an upset of Kentucky late last night. Connell has it turned away. NC State with the turnover. State has given up the lead as Trey Johnson. Well, here at NC State, that legacy continues. Johnson pull up 3. Whoa! NC State thought it was goaltending. All burnt orange the other way. Trey Johnson transition. Under 2 to play. Shot clock at 10 now. Let's see what the freshman can do to shoot it. Over the top of the
21 in white. This is Johnson averaging almost 21 a game, lays it in softly. Remember, we were here last year. Baylor was in here. Remember the job he did on Jacoby Walter?
Trey Johnson going on the far side to knock that ball away from Jaden Ross. Takes it the other way. Really good defense. You know, they're switching everything.
Boy, tough shot. That's just good offense beating good defense right there. Look at the defense by Diarra. Diarra is doing his job. And Johnson makes another tough shot. Ball is still loose. Johnson's got it. and it's down to 12.
It's not the first time they've come across each other.
Played high school just about 15 miles apart. Johnson, step back three, another one. How good is this kid?
Now this is just an outstanding offensive player creating something for himself, creating that space with the step back.
I don't think we're expecting Onyema to play a lot of minutes in games this season, but when he is on the floor, just how important is he?
Dribbling it, trying to beat your opponent off the dribble. Passing is probably the most efficient part of basketball.
Robert Carpenter, the Aggies' leading scorer, misfires from three. Trey Johnson buries the three in transition off the Larry assist. Misfires from three, but Shedrick chases down the rebound. Johnson pulls up in the short corner. Yes.
At the top of the arc, looking to dribble penetrate. Off it goes to Trey Johnson. Moving back to the right side, fade away from the right side, and rattles home for Trey's first bucket. Wow. Luma to Johnson. Trey lobbing it in for Kendall Weaver for the two-handed flush. Longhorns have hit 5 of their last 6. On the left side, Larry across the floor to Johnson. Trey, a contested 3, and it's good. Trey drains. Texas with the rebound. Pope racing into the front court and just lost the dribble trying to go behind the back, but it's picked up by Shedrick. Off to Johnson for 3. Got it.
Sees one goes through the hoop there on that corner 3.
And Taylor turns it over. 2-on-1 for Texas. Trey Johnson floater. Good. And Texas A&M has been able to keep Texas from running so far in the second half. Johnson turnaround 2. Good. Go. That's what he can do.
Twice of admission. Oh my goodness. See if the Longhorns can get to Will Howard.
And first bucket is.
I like this matchup here for Texas. He's got size.
Yep. Here's Trey Johnson working on Pettiford. Tries to shoot over and got it.
Just a matter of time before he sees it start going through.
Third different Division I stop for Milicic. Here's Trey Johnson now. And Trey, and Ziegler's trying to guard the 6'7" Kaluma. Went off for a career high last game. Ziegler's got to be matched up with Larry. Baseline jump.
Instead of pulling it back out, create the opportunity.
Kaluma got his hands on that pass. Johnson transition 3. Feeling it. It started with the assist. Here's Johnson. Size advantage on Ziegler. Turnaround, fade away. Beautiful jump shot from Trey Johnson, who's got 9. After losing to Michigan in the regular season finale. Shot clock at 7. About a 3-second difference between shot and game clock. Trey Johnson, man, he is something else. Kaluma gives it back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. High off the glass and good.
All of a sudden you got something to lose towards the end.
Good luck, but another miss at the rim.
A healthy Cade Phillips doesn't miss that. He's really struggling with that shoulder.
Trey Johnson to a 2-point lead. Here's Julian Larry. Trey Johnson lurking in the corner, guarded by Meshack. Beautiful back cut and a 2-hand jam. And they've knocked down 2 of them. It's a 6-point Volunteer lead. Here's Trey Johnson from the elbow. Nearly unstoppable. 26 for the freshman.
Hand off to Johnson, baseline in the mid-range. Boy, silky smooth.
Analytics tell you you're supposed to give up those kind of off-the-bounce shots like that.
And a turnover. Here comes Johnson. Outside and an open 3. Well, Pryor, love to have that one back. Here's Johnson, right in his wheelhouse. But nationally, and they have been very impressive so far tonight. Johnson.
Oh, no.
With the bounce. Are you kidding?
Here's Johnson again. Isolation. Fade away. Got it again. 5 points and 10 boards for Condon. And Johnson cut off. Little up and under move. Got it.
So Texas, will they show patience? Johnson wants it immediately and finally has it. His 3rd make of the night.
This is a nice job by one of the best freshmen in college basketball. So many people talking about Cooper Flagg, as they should, potential national candidate.
As a Longhorn, number 25 in white, transferred over from Indiana State. Arthur Kaluma is out with a bothersome knee injury. Here's Trey Johnson, the super freshman, is able to convert.
Johnson very rarely uses the screen. Here's Shedrick, gives it right back to him. He knocks it down. Is that, you think, because he... Johnson working on Washington. And he takes...
They never got the switch, which hurts their offensive rebounding, too.
Kent finds Johnson for three. Got it!
On average, here's Julian Larry to now Trey Johnson.
Every possession must end with a cut against this help side defense.
Trey Johnson contested deep two. Larry into the paint. Kaluma touch pass. And Trey Johnson got it. Woo.
Let him go one-on-one.
Rebels lead by 3. Trey Johnson is able to get the whistle on the drive. Julian Larry will start the offense. Here's Mark again. Half step on Padula. Now he finds Trey Johnson. And we're tied.
He draws a lot of attention, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. Top of everybody's scouting report. Step back three from the corner.
That's the only way LSU can play at its ceiling.
Yeah, they had to have that against a Texas team with all kinds.
Steve should shoot around today, and he was pointing him out to the rest of his teammates. He said he doesn't need anybody to tell him he's great. He knows he is.
Credit him. You've been on the bench for a long time in this game to get that late shot clock and do a nice turnaround jumper.
Johnson, reverse layup off the window, good.
You just got to stick with it.
Wagner pinned by Shedrick. He had blown right by Johnson, but picked up by his teammate. Transition three, got it!
Jimmy Julian, Larry gets the start. Jordan Pope had been a starter. They go with Larry, better defender, better distributor. Tough shot on the baseline, and he finds the bottom. He had been a starter, and then they put Larry to start. I'd like to see Pope maybe have a little fire lit underneath him. Johnson. Oh, man, he knocks down another one.
6'10" on 6'5" is what Nate Oates decides to go with. What a shifty move by Johnson.
It sure
to
was.
get open, to shake the size off of him.
Johnson left wide open. That's a layup for Trey Johnson. Well, he's got 20.
For Alabama was way back on January the 4th. They've got 10 turnovers in this game. That's a number you got to keep an eye on.
Here's Johnson with a pick. Harry back. Johnson away.
Just his second that he has taken in SEC play.
Good move. Johnson, as he beat Oweh, turned his back on him. He saw Brea on the right. Now he'll launch a three, and that's a little too strong. Now will Trey go one-on-one? He will. Difficult shot. He makes all of those.
If you're Texas, score right now in your transition game.
Johnson trying. Throws it up. What a play. Kobe Brea really shined late in that game against Tennessee as we hit the 11-minute mark. Johnson went with the left instead of the reverse.
Is elite.
Double-double for Amari Williams. Johnson wants to do it again. Throws up a circus shot. Again gets it. Oh, my goodness! Johnson wants it. Now he has it with 28 points. Got it!
Pope fights around the double. They swing it to Trey Johnson. Can't leave him open, but they lost the best scorer in the league, his second three.
Really good job, the extra pass right there. They're double team.
Trey Johnson says, okay, I'll take it. And it goes right by Wagner. Typically at Kentucky, loaded with freshmen, right, who then become much better towards the end of the season when they spend some time together. Trey Johnson. Shedrick wins this battle. Push ahead to Trey Johnson. He wants to shoot it. Got it! And now they got some size, so the 6'6" knocks on him. They finished no matter what.
That wasn't there. Johnson, the deep triple. Yes, Trey Johnson.
Numbers. Yes, sir, right there.
1-point game, Trey Johnson.
Auburn this year has won games in the
50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Ask Houston, Iowa State,
Watch
and a
out.
host of others. Johnson off the screen, connects. Trey Johnson contested three, and he drains it.
But the Vanderbilt offense.
I think they do a great job of setting staggers and high ball screens, and they play out of it very well. Very smart players.
10 to shoot, 12 on the game clock. Here's Johnson. Hits. Texas does well to get back in transition. Edwards with a tough jumper. And back come the Longhorns.
The shots aren't coming in a way where Vanderbilt can get offensive rebounds.
Wow.
You can attack in the corners.
Kaluma, 5 to shoot. Back out. Johnson's got to make something happen, and he hits in the game where they went 12 for 23. They lost.
Well, they can't offensive rebound the Mays.
That's true. A tough shot for Trey Johnson, and we may say that a few times today. Trey Johnson and Wade Taylor IV. A&M has had a great year. A lot of big wins. Johnson a threat from anywhere, including there, and he gets it to go.
Good help by Zurich Phelps.
Johnson underneath to lay it in. Weaver the rebound. Johnson pulls up in transition, and he knew it. Another one. Pope somehow gets it to Johnson, who hits. Larry can't get the shot off over Lanier. Now Kent. Now Johnson, and he's on the board.
Johnson looking for a seam. Well played by Conwell. He's going to elevate corner three, and he sticks.